Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to talk about one of Avon's newer products. It is the Avon Magix Dust, and this is a finishing powder. And before I actually show you this finishing powder, I think we need to talk a little bit about the difference between a setting powder versus a finishing powder. A setting powder is one that's always going to be pretty translucent, pretty much. And first of all, let me add this in there. I am not a makeup artist by any means. Never have been degreed or certified in anything. I'm just a girl that loves makeup and who tries to learn about different makeup techniques and products and use them in my daily life. So the things I'm going to say are my personal opinions and things that I have witnessed myself with using different products. So with that being said, we'll get back on track with the setting powder. Setting powder is typically used when you have used like cream or liquid foundations, cream or liquid concealers, stick foundations, anything that has a wet moisture to it. The setting powder goes on after you put your primer, your foundation, your concealer. Then you would put your setting powder on. And typically in those areas where you have the concealer, you can do an all over face setting, but most people usually do right underneath the eyes where the concealer may be pretty heavy, or right around the cheekbones or across the forehead. Basically that, just like it says, it helps set that product. Anything that's wet, even though it may dry on your face or sink into your skin, can have the capability of possibly transferring. Have you ever put makeup on and then used your cell phone, and then when you looked at your cell phone, half of your makeup was on the cell phone, or at least, you know, a spot. Let's just say a spot. A spot of your foundation was left on your cell phone. Well, setting powder pretty much helps hold and set that product to your face so that it doesn't transfer. Also, it keeps everything in place throughout the day. So like if you're an oily skin person, it can also help mattify the product a little bit to keep it in place, to keep it in check, in place throughout the day. So it makes, or it helps or aids in the time of use that you will get out of your makeup. Now, even without setting powder or setting spray, I get a lot of foundation left on my face at the end of the day. But this will just help ensure that everything stays in place. Your blush, your contour, setting powder goes underneath the blush. So your contour, your foundation, let's get it right. You got your primer, your foundation, and your concealer setting powder. So it's going to help the foundation set, it's going to help the concealer set, primer, all that is going to stay in place. So hopefully I didn't confuse you on that. Hopefully that makes sense. But a finishing powder is something you use when your makeup is completely done. Like mine is here right now. I mean, you have your foundation and all that on, but you also have your contour, your blush, you know, everything. Your eyes are done, everything is done. So the finishing powder will go on top of all of this to give you the closeness as you can get to an airbrushed look. So it helps benefit your look, and it can help your game in the makeup world if it's done correctly, or if you have, you know, a product that works good for you. So basically it goes on when your look is completely done. You use a light coating of it around, and that helps diminish the look of pores, blurs the pores, and it helps, you know, give you that all smooth, well blended look, just like as if you were airbrushed. So also a finishing powder can also help you in the aid of, if you put, let's say you put your blush or your contour on too dark, and you may want to come in with your finishing powder, a translucent finishing powder, and put that on there and blend it out a little bit more. But basically a finishing powder can go on there to just give you that overall miraculous look. I'm trying to think of my words. It just gives you that, you know, okay, this is great, but it's even going to be better once I put the finishing powder on there, because it's going to blend everything. It's going to smooth everything out. It's going to help diminish the pores and anything that's visible there. It's a little bit different than setting powder. Setting powder's job is to set it, to make it last. Finishing powder is to amplify the look, or amplify the benefit of the product, giving you the look that you get from the product. So anyways, I'm trying to explain it. I hope that helps. But basically, Avon came out with Magix Dust that came right along with, you know, we have our Magix Primer, Magix Prime, Magix Wand for the stick foundation. When we have the Magix Dust, and it is a finishing powder, so it goes on after everything is completely done. Now there's two shades that Avon has to choose from. They have a light translucent shade, and they have a medium to deep tinted shade. I prefer the light translucent one. I haven't tried the deep one, but when I go to use this, I don't want added tint to my already foundation. Now you could maybe possibly try that to give a light coating on top of your skin to really blend everything out. But I love this translucent one. So basically, you'll get it, you'll take the lid off. There will be, which I have tons of powder in here right now because I already tipped it upside down before I went live. But in here, there will be a plastic clear coating that is going to seal up all these holes. You'll just need to take that off of there. And then you can put this back on. You could take it upside down. What I do is take it upside down. I tap it like that or tap it like that to get some in the lid, through the holes of the lid. And then you can go like this, and you have some in the lid. Now, as far as applicators or things to use, I like using a big fluffy brush, something that's soft, not too scratchy for the face, of course. You can use something like this. This is an e.l.f. brush. I don't know if it has a number. It's a powder brush, e.l.f. powder brush. You could use a little brush like this. Basically, it's your personal preference on the applicator you use. You could even use a little powder puff. I don't see the one that I have here, but just a little puff thing that you can just like pat it onto your face. But what I like to do is, we're going to go ahead now, and I have the powder in here. I'm going to lightly tap into this, lightly. So you see I have the powder on there, but I want to like shake it out. Okay. And then I'm going to lightly put this on. Now the thing about finishing powder is, unless you're trying to really tone down a contour that you did too dark, or blush that you did too dark, you really don't want it to change the amount of product that you have on your face. Like, you don't want it to diminish your look. You just want to help it to blur things and blend things together. So I'm going to go in with a little bit more for my forehead. Just really just getting it in there. Now, I've seen some people that they like to like stipple it on. And then once they have it all stippled on, like this, so you stipple it on. Once you have it all stippled on, you could like whisk it away, any excess. You don't want to go real thick and heavy with this product because the object of the game is not to make it look cakey. You do not want to look cakey. So you want just a light coating on your face, and that's just going to give you that beautiful airbrushed look. And as you see, I'm not taking away from my bronzing right there, my bronzer right there, or my blush. I'm just like giving an overall benefit to this. Also, I read this Magix Dust has, and I'm going to read it here, it has an antioxidant. It's got the green tea extract in it to help smooth your face. So it has that benefit to it as well. So this also can, if you're like an oily skin person, this can help you from getting that sheer, that shine to your face. Now, actually, finishing powders can come in two different forms. They can come in one that is mattifying, and they can come in one that is kind of like illuminating. And this one with Avon is mattifying. I'll show it to you. I don't know if you can see the, I know you can see it, but it's just a white, real silky powder. It doesn't have anything that illuminates the skin. So this one, I would say, is a mattifying finishing powder. Also, I know there was, it's free of talc. So if you're a person that doesn't want the talc or is irritated from your skin with the talc, oil, free of oil and free of paraben. The talc, I think that would be useful in helping it not be tacky and not be easily to be cakey. So I really find this product like an added step to your makeup routine to give you that beautiful blended look, to blur the pores, to blur the fine lines and wrinkles, to help your makeup not get oily or a sheen to it if you are an oily skin person. And to help give that overall smooth, beautiful face. So I hope that helps explain this new product a little bit more for you. I will show you here. This is the campaign we're in now, campaign 11. And you will find this product on page 70 and 71. In here, and here's the product right here, and here's the two. You can get the translucent or the deep. So either one of those to help you finish your look, finishing powder, and get your airbrushed look going on. So let me know what you think about this. Hopefully I explained everything so that you can understand it. If you have any questions though, please drop them in the comments below. Please give me a thumbs up so that I can reach out to more people with my channel. And as always, I appreciate every one of you that tune in, and thanks for watching.